good evening and welcome to playoff basketball, St. Thomas More style, as tonight we bring you a Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network exclusive presentation of St. Thomas More hosting Hill City. Here we go. The run for St. Thomas More's 8th state championship in history begins right here, right now, as senior Sloan Kessler leads the Lady Cavaliers onto the floor for the shoot-around. And tonight, we bring you the very best of the Black Hills Conference, your St. Thomas More Lady Cavaliers. Well, good evening, everybody. Mike Fell, along with Technical Director Braden Strain, Regan Dewar, and we are coming to you live from the Security First Bank Court of Champions, ready for a 6 o'clock tip-off as St. Thomas More plays Hill City for the second time this year. The Lady Cavs, #1 in the Class 8A region seedings, coming in tied for 15th in the state of South Dakota statewide seedings. And the Lady Cavaliers tonight, after receiving a first-round playoff bye on Tuesday, are just one win away from advancing to the SODAC 16 next Thursday against an opponent to be determined and a site to be determined. Well, we're so glad to have you with us. Hill City is the 5 seed, wearing the Cinderella slipper in the Class 8A girls region, upsetting the Custer Lady Wildcats at the Custer Armory on Tuesday night, 49-48. Hill City trying to shock the world again, and tonight they will play St. Thomas More, a team that the Lady Cavaliers were able to defeat in a solid road victory in Hill City way back on December the 30th, the final Lady Cavs game of the 2024 calendar year. Now, these two teams haven't seen each other in a long, long time. They're really not the same team. Either one of these teams, it's impossible 2 months later, this time of year, in this game we call basketball, to see the same team twice. But it will be interesting. Certainly momentum on the side of the Lady Rangers. STM fully rested. They haven't played a game since last Friday night's victory over the Hot Springs Lady Bison. And for St. Thomas More, they come in knowing that they have an opportunity to end a 2-year state tournament drought. And that's what 2 years or 3 years feels like when you're St. Thomas More and you won 10 state titles out of 11 tournaments, over 7 state titles out of 11 tournaments, and made 9 state tournaments in 10 years. For the Lady Cavaliers, this team has simply battled. They've scrapped. They went 14-6. They finished in the top 3 in the Black Hills Conference, and perhaps most significantly, this Lady Cavaliers team defensively is one of the very best, if not the best, defensive teams in the entire state of South Dakota. The Lady Cavaliers were able to knock off the #1 team in Wyoming, the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds in Scotts Bluff back in mid-December. And the Lady Cavaliers took #1 and undefeated 20-0 Machpealuta the distance in a game we had for you here in Rapid City about 2 weeks ago. So the Lady Cavs, they can go the distance against anybody. They can beat anybody. And the standard is the standard here, as St. Thomas More has state championships in 2012, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, and of course, just 3 years ago, a team that featured senior Sloan Kessler prominently in the lineup and with a lot of minutes. Here we go. This is a senior team dominated team with outstanding senior leadership from Riley Gilton, Alexa Shear, Gretchen Henry, and of course Sloan Kessler. And you better believe the Lady Cavs are going to leave it all on the floor tonight. And let's not forget the R word, the revenge word. It was this time a year ago down in the Southern Hills that St. Thomas More's season in this very same round came to an end at the hands of a veteran Maggie Taylor-led Lady Rangers team in Hill City. So we'll have to see if St. Thomas More can turn the tables on Hill City. Head coach Anna Eckert and the Lady Rangers are ready to battle already with the road regional tournament victory under their belt, 49-48 down in Custer. Let's say hi to our friend Landon Wiley. Landon helping us out in a lot of great ways, great feedback, a lot of just professional interaction. We tip our hat to Landon. If you're watching down in Hill City, Landon, all the best to you, and we appreciate you. And all of us here at the Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network say thank you for a great regular season. And here we go. The playoffs start now, and we turn it over to Katrina Thorne, the activities director for St. Thomas More High School, for our pregame festivities. This is the Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network.
Welcome you to tonight's high school girls Region 8A basketball game. High school sports are a privilege to play and a privilege to watch. A privilege that depends on good sportsmanship. Enjoy the game and support good sportsmanship. Before we begin, our student body would like to lead us in prayer. Please rise as sophomore Gabby Burris prays for us.
In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Dear Lord, you have blessed us with many gifts and talents. We thank you especially for our ability to participate in sports today. Help us to pray in a Christ-like manner as we say, Our Father, Lord in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Please remain standing for the national anthem. Proper respect is to face the flag, remove your hat or cap, and stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Veterans and active duty military not in uniform may also salute the flag. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, as sung by seniors Katharina Kirkenbush, Virginia Tuwan, Annika Gaffney, and Athena Franceliso.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam?
And here we go, everybody. Mike Phil, Braden Strain, Regan Dewar with you. It is time to start tournament action on a 70-degree day in Rapid City. We bring you the start of the Cavaliers' journey, hopefully to a state tournament in Spearfish, just 53 miles up the road this year. We are ready to tip things off. Sophomore Leighton Shear getting her first start up against a freshman, center Lily Ham, and the tip is controlled by St. Thomas More, and Anna Henry throws the ball into the bench area for the Hill City Lady Rangers. Hill City with the ball in their road blacks, green numbers and yellow trim. St. Thomas More in their classic white jerseys with the blue striping and Cavaliers written across the front of the jersey. Hill City with the ball. Hill City rotating the ball around the horn. Elena Dean pops the three-pointer. It's no good. Ball is tapped and controlled by Ham, who goes up and scores. And freshman Lily Ham makes it 2-0. Hill City on the road scores first here in Rapid City. STM with the ball. Henry down low to Shear, to Henry. Over to Riley Gilton. Riley for three in the lead. No good. Riley gets her own rebound, shoots, misses everything, and the ball is deflected out of bounds. Last touched by Hill City. St. Thomas More facing a young Hill City team. Last year, Hill City team was a veteran squad that reached the SODAC 16. Here come the Lady Cavs. Three-pointer, Sloan, got it! Sloan Kessler makes it 3-2. Sloan determined as a senior to get back to the state tournament where she was playing as a freshman. We've got a whistle, ball deflected out of bounds, and the Lady Cavaliers go left to right across your screen, leading 3-2. Sloan Kessler gives it to Rachel Hyde. Hyde to Henry, now to Shear. Shear down low to Hyde. Hyde has it knocked away, gets it back. Ball deflects to Sloan Kessler. Sloan to an open Henry for three. Good! Anna Henry makes it 6-2. And the Cavs get a steal. Shear ahead to Gilton, to Henry, to Hyde. Back to Henry, over to Rachel Hyde. Now to Sloan. Sloan drives, baseline, gives it to Shear. Lady Cavs moving the ball better than they have at any time this year when it matters most. Henry underneath, throws it away. Well, I'll say this. St. Thomas More is crisp, they're sharp, and they are in attack mode in these opening 2 minutes with the Lady Cavs in front 6-2. Hill City facing full court pressure. How will they handle it? Ham gets the ball over the midcourt line. You never want a freshman center in getting boxed in. And Coach Eckert has to use a 30-second timeout to bail out her team, as that time Lily Ham was pinned against the sideline and the midcourt line and had no chance to find any teammates. St. Thomas More's head coach, Brandon Candelin, winner of 7 state championships, joined me for an interview on Monday night, and he said we got to win 5 games, and it was very matter of fact. The Lady Cavs are built for March. Yes, this game is in February. They're built for late February too. The St. Thomas More Lady Cavs leading 6-2, absolutely swarming Hill City early in this game. Hill City with the ball. On the left side, it's Macy Ham, and there's a basket by Ham, and it's 6-4. Here comes St. Thomas More. Rachel Hyde on the right wing to Anna Henry. Now to Shear underneath to Rachel, and the ball goes off of Rachel's hand out of bounds. Leighton Shear earning a start tonight. She's seen minutes, but she is really being thrust into a big role. Of course, it was Leighton Shear that played the big role that got the Lady Cavaliers volleyball team. There's a long three by Hill City. Ham with the offensive rebound and the score. Lily Ham has tied this game at 6-6. You know what they say at the end of a season, when you get to the postseason, freshmen are no longer freshmen anymore. Lily Ham already with a game-high 4 points. There's a deflected pass. It goes off of STM. And Hill City, under the leadership of head coach Anna Eckert, doing a fine job of collapsing underneath and playing good half-court defense. We've got a whistle, and a foul is called on Sloan Kessler. Sloan, the best defender for STM the last 2 years, best STM defender in the last 5 years, not named Gabby Robbins, gets called for an early reach-in foul. Of course, Sloan has to avoid foul trouble. That's important. We've got a whistle and a turnover as Daryl Franzen stepped out of bounds trying to handle a pass underneath a moment ago. STM and Hill City tied at 6. We've played 3.5 minutes here in the first period. Rachel Hyde, check that. Horning now in the game. Rylan Horning to Sloan Kessler to Riley Gilton. Over to Rachel Hyde. Rachel dribbles, throws it up to Rylan Horning. Now it goes to Gilton. Riley in the corner to Horning for three. No good. Fight for the rebound. Kessler has it, shoots and scores. Sloan Kessler, opportunistic and effective, makes it 8-6 there. Here comes Hill City, chance to take the lead or tie, and Daryl Franzen commits her second consecutive turnover. It gives the ball back to St. Thomas More. 8-6, Lady Cavs by 2. Kessler to Horning. Rywood now to Riley Gilton. Back to Horning. Horning looking for Shear. Has it stolen away by Ham. Lily Ham to the basket. Ties the game at 8-8. What a performance by 5'11" freshman Lily Ham. Lily keeping this game tight with a ball in the corner. It's Hyde. Now to Horning. Horning to Sloan Kessler between the circles. Sloan over to Riley Gilton. Now to Horning. Horning guarded tightly, finds Shear. Shear goes up strong off the glass, misses the shot. Rebound controlled by Hill City's Macy Ham, Lily's older sister. On the right wing, it's Naya Ginsbach. Ginsbach guarded by Gilton, kicks it back out to Ham. Long three by Ham is no good, off the heel of the rim. Lily skies for the rebound. It gets fouled. And listen to these Hill City fans who have made the trip up Highway 16 to be here tonight, really getting behind their Lady Rangers early on in this one. You would never know St. Thomas More. There's a long three by Hill City. Ball is deflected and Kessler has it. You would never know St. Thomas More defeated Hill City in Hill City 44-23 back in late December. Hill City has come a long way since then, and we've got ourselves a game. Bryn Donnelly, pull-up shot, good! There's the instant offense, the catalyst off the bench. Younger sister of the legendary Chase Donnelly makes it 10-8 right now for STM. Great play right there by Bryn. 10-8 our score. Here comes Hill City. Bounce pass over to Andy Franzen. Now it goes to Ginsbach, to Andy. Now to Ham. Ham drives and Bryn Donnelly able to knock the ball away and out of bounds. This game right now has the dynamics of a game that could very well go the distance. Hill City to inbound the ball. Franzen to Ham, long three, not even close. Rachel Hyde gets the rebound. Here come the Lady Cavs, leading 10-8. Mike Fell, Braden Strain, and Regan Dewar with you. Long three by Bryn rattles out. And is there an offensive rebound? Yes, there is. Rachel Hyde throws it up top to Sloan Kessler. Sloan, ticketed for Dakota Wesleyan in college next year, gives it to Horning. Long three, no good. There's Boyum on the putback. Her shot won't fall. And Sloan races in and saves the possession. Lady Cavs reset. Sloan for three. No good. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Naya Ginsbach for Hill City. Now here comes Amity Strand coming in for Rylan Horning. Amity's first appearance tonight. 1:09 to go in the first. Lady Cavs on top by 2. Hyde from Sloan gives it back to Kessler. Sloan Kessler fakes a pass to Donnelly, gives it to Amity, now to Bryn. Bryn to Sloan. Sloan looking down low, cross-court pass to Amity for three. Good! Amity Strand comes up huge in the clutch, and it's 13-8. Lady Cavs with their largest lead of 5 points. And there's a turnover. That time, reserve junior Andy Franzen struggled to handle the pass, and that's a turnover. Hill City, they've been very good about getting down the floor, but they have committed 6 turnovers so far in the opening 7 minutes plus. Here comes STM. Strand to Bryn Donnelly. Over it goes now to Anna Henry. Henry being guarded tightly, gives it to Amity Strand. Strand crosses over to Henry for three. It's no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Macy Ham of Hill City. 13-8. Lady Cavs up by 5. 20.5 seconds to go here in the opening frame. Strand needs to hurry. Finds Rachel, who shoots and scores. Rachel Hyde is on the first board on the board tonight. It is 15-8. There's a steal. Driving is Henry. She's fouled with 8.3 seconds to go. And bam, bam, bam. The Lady Cavs connecting over and over in the last minute and a half against their opponent from the Southern Hills. This game was tight. Now the Lady Cavs getting some separation. Here comes the free throw from Rachel Hyde, and it's good. Check that. Anna Henry makes the foul shot. It's 16-8. On the floor for STM, it's Amity, Rachel, Anna, Bryn, and Madison. Free throw is rattles in and out. There's a rebound by Henry. Donnelly to Rachel. Bounce pass to Boyum. It's stolen away by Franzen. Did she get the shot away in time? No, she did not. She was unaware of the remaining time in the period. What an exciting end to that first period of play in what has been an exciting opening first quarter. Our score after one period, St. Thomas More 16, Hill City 8. You're watching the Security First Bank coverage of the Region 8 semifinal, Hill City at St. Thomas More. This is the Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network. Let's take a moment and pass this message along from our friends at Security First Bank. You have one more day to help feed hearts this month. All month long, Security First Bank has been collecting non-perishable food donations to help families in need. Stop by your local branch and donate today. Together, we can combat hunger in our community. Security First Bank, member FDIC. Security First Bank says welcome to the Security First Bank Court of Champions as the official sponsor of the Cavalier Sports Network. They are proud to support our student athletes and our community. Go Cavs, go Lady Cavs from your friends at Security First Bank, and we're underway here in the second period. This is to advance to the SODAC 16. Custer and Hill City met 2 nights ago. Hill City found a way to win 49-48. Lady Cavs right now doubling up this young and talented team from Hill City, South Dakota. Mia Ham dishes over to Elena Dean. Now to Lily Ham. Ham drives, shoots, misses. Good defense there by Amity Strand. Lady Cavs in transition, leading by 8. Gilton to Hyde. Rachel to Amity Strand. Now to Hyde. Hyde in the corner to Gilton. Down low to Leighton Shear. Her shot is blocked by Elena Dean. Good defense there by Elena Dean for Hill City. And now we'll have a substitution for Coach Eckert. Coming back in the game is 6-man Andy Franzen. Checking out of the game is Macy Ham. And there's a basket by Shear, and it's 18-8. Leighton Shear, if you remember, had that epic 5th set performance for the volleyball team when they made it to Chamberlain in the SODAC 16 in volleyball. Maybe a little bit of regional mojo here, having Leighton out there tonight in such a good start for STM. Amity Strand checks out now for the Lady Cavaliers. Back out there for St. Thomas More. Sloan Kessler. Ball is tapped. No, it's lost. Turnover by junior forward Naya Ginsbach. An over and back call. And it's 18-8. Well, the Lady Cavaliers now up by 10 points over Hill City, a 9-12 team this year who has improved steadily as the year has gone along. Credit to Hill City to be here tonight. And we have a whistle, and Riley Gilton's called for a travel. Hill City, they are really having a basketball and football renaissance these days under activities director Wade Ginsbach. They had a good football season, very good football season. The boys team defeated St. Thomas More last Saturday for the first time in their history and holds the number 2 seed in the boys 8A region. Brackets, I think, come out tonight, late tonight or tomorrow morning on the boys' side of the state playoffs. Here we go. There's a drop dime pass down to Hyde, who scores. Great play there. Nice finish by Rachel. It's 20-8. Lady Cavs double teaming Ginsbach. Over it goes, or check that. The ball handler, Ginsbach, shoots a short range shot, no good. Rebound St. Thomas More. Anna Henry to Sloan Kessler. Lady Cavs up by a dozen. 5:50 to go here in the first half, and Elena Dean steals it for Hill City. Puts up a shot, no good. Franzen's there as the trailer. She puts it home for Hill City, and it's 20-10. Good hustle play right there by Andy Franzen for Hill City. Here come the Lady Cavaliers. Leighton Shear to Riley Gilton. Gilton for 3, no good, off the side of the rim. Franzen's there with the rebound. Franzen brings the ball quickly down the floor, gives it to Ginsbach. Ginsbach drives baseline, and her pass is intercepted by Henry. Then there's a steal and a basket by Daryl Franzen of Hill City. One interception deserves another, apparently, and it's 20-12. Hill City on a 4-0 run. Lady Cavs get another interception. Here comes Dean. Elena Dean loses the handle, finds a way to pass it before falling out of bounds to Franzen. Now long 3, Ginsbach, no good. Rachel Hyde gets an uncontested rebound. This game has a lot of action. You can just feel the energy here at the Security First Bank Court of Champions. This is playoff tournament basketball. Franzen, we've got a whistle, and I'm not sure what the foul was. I think they're going to say Nia Ginsbach was hooking a St. Thomas More player in the post. Mass substitution now for STM. Amity Strand, Madison Boyum, Bryn Donnelly all check in. Joining Rachel Hyde, or Leighton Shear, and Sloan Kessler on the floor. Shear gets a pass and scores. 22-12. Lady Cavaliers back on top by 10. Ham gives the ball over to Dean. Now it goes in the corner. Long three. Franzen, no good. Boyum with a rebound. Madison Boyum, who hit a bunch of three-pointers in the win over Hot Springs, yet to shoot. We'll see if she gets involved soon. Donnelly takes a pass and scores off the glass. Bryn Donnelly is a scoring machine, and if you don't guard her, she will score. 24-12. Lady Cavs doubling up Hill City. There's a steal. Sloan has it in the open court, brings the ball over the midcourt logo. Kessler calls the play. Passes right side to Bryn Donnelly. Donnelly in the set, looks underneath, finds Sloan. Sloan down to Boyum. Boyum powers up, gets fouled underneath by Macy Ham. And going to the line will be junior forward Madison Boyum. Madison and Leighton on the floor right now, a pair of 6-footers for St. Thomas More. Madison misses the first foul shot. She will attempt one more. And here comes Alexa Shear for her sister Leighton. And now the Lady Cavaliers get Alexa Shear in for the first time tonight. Free throw by Boyum is good. Madison Boyum with her first point makes it 25-12. And we have a timeout on the floor. Gives us a chance to recognize some of our great sponsors, including Strain Chiropractic, Dr. Sarah, Dr. Brittany, and Dr. Jana. They believe in the natural and conservative chiropractic care, which includes thorough examinations, trigger point therapy, massage, acupuncture, and more. Strain Chiropractic, an affordable way to preserve your overall health and life. And we get set to bring you the final 3 minutes and 15 seconds here in the first half. St. Thomas More 25, Hill City 12. Lady Cavs, the top seed in Region 8A, hosting the number 5 seed, Hill City Lady Rangers, and there's a steal. Kessler gets the loose ball. Strand knocked it out. Amity has the ball at midcourt. Feeds ahead to Bryn Donnelly. Donnelly head and shoulder pass. Pump fake, gives the ball to Kessler. Kessler calling a play. It goes to Amity Strand. Amity bounce pass to Alexa, who goes up and scores! Senior Alexa Shear is quickly on the board. It's 27-12. So far tonight, 7, make that 8, Lady Cavaliers have scored, and we haven't played 12 minutes. Wow. Or we haven't played 14 minutes. What a tremendous team effort on both ends for Coach Candelin's Lady Cavs to this juncture. Franzen with 6 on the shot clock, gives it to Dean. Dean fires, misses, gets her own rebound, goes up, misses again. Rebound Amity Strand for St. Thomas More. Here come the Lady Cavs. We've reached the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Lady Cavs up by 15. Sloan to Boyum for 3. No good. Rebound controlled by Nia Ginsbach. Hill City wanting to cut this deficit down, maybe to single digits if they can before the halftime intermission. Ball goes into the post, and Boyum with her extended 6-foot frame and long arms, gets the steal on that post pass. That's textbook defense for the Lady Cavs right there. Boyum to a wide open Shear who scores. Alexa Shear was as open as an all-night diner, and she gets the basket to put the Lady Cavs in front, 29-12. Franzen over now to Dean. Hill City taking their time, trailing by a wide margin at the moment. Ham, top of the key, over to Dean. Elena Dean gives the ball now to Ginsbach, long three, no good. And getting the rebound there is Bryn Donnelly. Donnelly ahead to Sloan. 31 seconds on the shot clock, 37 seconds left on the halftime, on the second quarter clock. About a 16-second differential between shot and game clock. Shear gives the ball now to Strand. Amity to Sloan. Sloan wide open three, no good. Rebound, Bryn Donnelly, who scores. That time Hill City failed to box out, and Bryn Donnelly made Hill City pay the consequences, and we've got it past the midcourt. It's knocked away. Only 7 seconds to go. Rachel Hyde checks in for Madison Boyum. Let's hear it for Madison. She has had a long road back from a leg injury and is making a difference big time for the Lady Cavs. Final seconds here. Dean, 2 seconds, 1 second, throws it away to Ham, and that'll do it. How about the Lady Cavs? They get a standing ovation. St. Thomas More 31, Hill City 12. The Lady Cavs outscore the Rangers 15-4 in that second period, and it is all Lady Cavs here at the intermission. At the break, we'll go ahead and add up our statistics from the half. The Lady Cavaliers, great defense, at times swarming defense, and very deep and balanced scoring. And one can make the case that what makes this Lady Cavaliers team extra special is that they have perhaps more scoring firepower coming off the bench than they do in the starting five. That is something you would seemingly never see, but that's the truth. This Lady Cavaliers team is deep, they're balanced, they play hard for one another, and St. Thomas More leads 31-12 at the intermission. Let's go ahead and count up the scoring totals, why don't we, for the first half. For Hill City, they were led in scoring by 5'11" freshman Lily Ham with 6 points. Macy Ham, Andy Franzen, and Daryl Franzen each with 2 points apiece. For St. Thomas More, 8 Lady Cavs are in the scoring column. You talk about balance, well, here it is. Leading the way is Bryn Donnelly with 6 points, all with field goals from the 2-point variety. Sloan Kessler, future Dakota Wesleyan, Lady Tiger, and Mitchell with 5 points. Alexa Shear, Leighton Shear, Rachel Hyde, and Enna Henry each with 4 points apiece. Amity Strand has 3 points, and Madison Boyum has a single free throw for the Lady Cavaliers, who are well on their way to advancing to the Sodak 16 and picking up their 15th victory of the year. Well, the Lady Cavaliers, they have been climbing a mountain. They said farewell 2 years ago to one of the most legendary groups of Lady Cavs ever, a team that, with the leadership in 2021, 2022 of seniors Marin Duffy and Emma Bloom, were able to cut down the nets at Frost Arena in Brookings on the campus of South Dakota State University. Well, that team was excellent, won another conference title when most of those players returned as seniors, but they haven't been to the state tournament since they cut down the nets in Brookings. They need 2 wins, and so far, so good. The Lady Cavaliers leading by 19, 31-12 here in the regional semifinals. Let's go ahead and take a moment and provide some analysis as to what the Lady Cavaliers may or may not want to see happen across the Rushmore State this evening in girls Class A basketball. So, of course, the way it works with SODAC 16 in volleyball and in basketball is you want to get the highest seed you can, and then a game is played at a neutral site, usually a little closer to the higher seed in most cases. And for St. Thomas More coming into tonight, they are tied with Lakota Tech as the 13 seed. But here's the deal. There is a super stacked Region 4 in Class Girls A action where there are, count them, 5 teams in the top 13. One could even make the case that in girls Class A basketball this year that the state tournament started early already. And here's the deal. Elk Point Jefferson was eliminated Tuesday night. They were the number 6 overall seed. Number 5 seed Vermilion is taking on number 2 seed Dakota Valley in Region 4 semi-action tonight. The Lennox Lady Orioles, a team that defeated STM in Mitchell, is taking on the 19-1 number 1 seed Sioux Falls Christian team this evening. And that means that 2 teams ahead of STM are guaranteed to lose. So, looking at the grand scheme of things here, the Lady Cavs come in tonight at the moment slotted, if they can win, as the 13 seed. They would play, and this is a challenging proposition, number 1 ranked and undefeated Machpialuta if the seedings and the action all goes according to form. But, and this is a huge note, if St. Thomas More could get help from a team tonight against Mobridge Pollock, Wagner, Sioux Valley, Aberdeen Roncalli, Mount Vernon Plankington, Groton area, Miller, or Lakota Tech. If any of those 7 teams lose and the other 6 teams win, then St. Thomas More would move up to a projected 12 seed. Why does that matter? Because if Mobridge Pollock, as expected, moves up to the 5 seed tonight, then St. Thomas More could take on the Mobridge Pollock Lady Tigers from north central South Dakota. And Mobridge Pollock, wait for it, lost big to Winner last week. And St. Thomas More defeated Winner already in the last couple of weeks. So STM very well has an opponent they would love to play, and that opponent would seemingly be the team that lost by 11 points to Winner just last week, and that would be Mobridge Pollock. So if you're rooting for a scenario, this is the one to root for, Lady Cavs fans. The best shot to get to state would seemingly be to a team that lost by double digits to Winner in the last couple of days, Mobridge Pollock. So if STM can win, get to the SODAC 16, and if things play out the way that I described, if somebody can help the Lady Cavs and pull an upset and wear the girls' Class A basketball slipper out there tonight, the Lady Cavs may get a game as a 12 seed against the number 5 seed Mobridge Pollock, that against the common opponent of winter this month does not stack up to St. Thomas More. So we'll see how it goes, but if you're looking for that team you really want to play, on paper anyway, that would be Mobridge Pollock. Lady Cavs hoping to get the 12 seed and play a 5-seeded, 5th-seeded Mobridge Pollock if it plays out the way that it very, very well project to play out tonight. But here's the deal. No matter who you play, you have to win in advance. That's how this works. We are in playoff mode, single elimination, and at the half, the Lady Cavaliers, who are playing like an unstoppable force on both ends, lead 31-12. Lady Cavs need 2 wins, a win tonight, a win in the SODAC 16, and they would go back to the state tournament for the first time in 3 years. But this time, the Lady Cavs would be playing in their own backyard in Lawrence County against opponents from across the state at the campus of Black Hills State University. So Lady Cavs would love to be essentially at home. It's not the same as playing in Rapid City, and I'm told that as the state tournament in girls Class A has not been in Rapid City for more than 20 years. I don't know how that has happened that way, but that's what I've heard. But the next best thing for the Lady Cavs realistically is to be in Spearfish for the state tournament. Well, that can happen this year if the Lady Cavs can win tonight and win next Thursday night in the Class A SODAC 16. We'll pass any scores that we have available along to you as they become available. Lady Cavaliers leading Hill City 31-12. Our technical director, Braden Strain, along with Regan Dewar, doing a super job here on our broadcast tonight. Mike Fell with you on a warm, dare I say, balmy late February evening here in Rapid City. And we are underway as we start the third quarter. Sloan Kessler passes to Riley Gilton. Gilton feeds across to Sloan. Sloan in the corner, long three, no good. Rebound Gilton, who goes up and scores. Riley Gilton gets an uncontested rebound and becomes the 9th member of Coach Candelin's squad to score so far in this ball game. 33-12, Lady Cavs leading by over 20 for the first time. Lily Ham, a super talented freshman for Hill City, distributes to Elena Dean. Dean looks inside, passes to Franzen. Daryl Franzen now to Elena Dean. The Deans, a tradition of excellence with Lady Ranger basketball. We've seen a lot of Deans play very well against STM. Long three, no good. And Lily Ham gets the rebound, gets fouled on her way down. Great effort there by Lily Ham. She was surrounded by a myriad of Lady Cavs and somehow came down with that ball. Dean inbounds the ball to Ginsbach. Naya hands the ball now to Franzen. Darrell passes over to Dean. Dean's pass in the post stolen away by STM. Lady Cavs with the ball. Sloan Kessler over to Anna Henry. Now to Riley Gilton. Gilton cross-court zip pass to Sloan. Underneath it goes to Rachel Hyde, who scores. Rachel Hyde now with 6 points, matching Bryn Donnelly and Lily Ham for a game-high total. And there's a collision at midcourt, and that was a sharp collision to the nose and facial area of Riley Gilton. Let's hope senior Riley Gilton is okay. She's showing her toughness, staying in the game, and now she's hunched over and in some pain. That was quite a collision sustained by Riley Gilton, and Kristen Whitley, the team trainer from Monument Health, is going to go over and talk to and check on Riley Gilton momentarily. Let's hope Riley's okay. Let's pray for Riley. Here we go. Sloan Kessler fakes a pass, gives the ball in the corner to Bryn Donnelly, now to Kessler. Underneath it goes to Hyde, and now the ball is kicked out of bounds. Last touch by Nia Ginsbach. 35-12, STM up by 23. Lady Cavs looking to advance to the Sodak 16 next Thursday night, a week from tonight. Sloan Kessler to inbound the ball. Finds Henry. Back to Sloan. Down low it goes to Leighton Shear, who goes up strong, and we've got a whistle, and I think they're going to get an offensive foul on Leighton Shear. Yes, they are. That's Leighton's first foul tonight. 35-12. Lady Cavs in command. If you're just joining us, 9 Lady Cavs have already scored. Yeah, there's a 10 count. No, Coach Eckert bails out her team for the second time tonight, decides to take a full timeout. Well, Anna Eckert, the head coach for Hill City, she's got a kitchen timer somewhere in her cerebral cortex of her brain. She knows exactly when to call a timeout. 35-12, Lady Cavs up by 23. So glad to have you with us. Let's take a moment and say thank you to Branch and Vine Mental Health Center. They remind you that mental health is not a destination, it's a journey, and you're not alone. Branch and Vine Mental Health Center, Mental Health Counseling Center. See them today if you need help, or refer someone you love to Branch and Vine Mental Health Counseling Center. Show your Cavalier pride every time you swipe the Cavalier debit card from Security First Bank. Lets you represent your school spirit on and off the court. Get yours today. Security First Bank, the official sponsor of the Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network, member FDIC. And here we go. Elena Dean with the ball. Lady Rangers down 23. 5:47 to go in the third period. Mike Fell, Braden Strain, Regan Dewar with you tonight from 300 Fairmont Boulevard in Rapid City. We have a whistle and a contact foul going to be called on Rachel Hyde, it appears. That's Rachel's second personal foul. The Lady Cavaliers defense has been about as airtight as Fort Knox tonight. Ginsbach puts up a shot, no good. Ham fights for the rebound, goes up, misses the shot, and hits the deck, and they're going to get a foul on the Lady Cavaliers. STM, they don't back down, and they sure know how to play defense. It's taught and coached better at STM than anywhere else you're going to find. Long three, rebounded by the Lady Cavs. Here comes Sloan Kessler. Sloan brings the ball over the midcourt stripe, feeds ahead to Anna Henry. Henry dribbles right side, foul line extended, gives to Donnelly in the corner, long three, no good. Elena Dean comes down with the rebound for Hill City. Dean ahead to Ham. Ham with the reverse layup, has her shot rejected out of bounds by Leighton Shear. Leighton Shear, who stands 6 foot tall, makes the block there for the Lady Cavs. There's a pass, and it's taken by Rachel Hyde. Here comes St. Thomas More. Sloan Kessler fakes a pass to Donnelly, finds Hyde outside. Ball goes to Henry. Henry three, got it! And Henry draws a huge roar from the St. Thomas More student body cheering section with that three-pointer, her second of the game. It's 38-12. It's all Lady Cavs. Hill City hasn't scored in this half, and we have played over 3.5 minutes of basketball here in the third quarter. Ham looking, still looking, gives it to Ginsbach, who shoots an air ball, and Dean can't save it from a turnover. And here's our first line change of the game. Alexa Scheer, Madison Boyum, Rylan Horning, Amity Strand, and Riley Gilton check out, getting a standing O for the Lady Cavs are Rachel Hyde, Sloan Kessler, Enna Henry, Leighton Scheer, and Bryn Donnelly. What a Lady Cavs team this is. They're as deep as the Royal Gorge. We've got a whistle, and there's a throw out of bounds. This Lady Cavalier team is deep. They are extremely unselfish. This is a Lady Cavs team with 5 players on the season that is averaging over 7 points a game. Hill City with the ball. Franzen, cross-court pass over to Demi Schreier, who's in for the first time tonight for Hill City. Dean to Ginsbach. Ginsbach drives, crashes into Amity Strand. It gets called for a travel. Amity playing great defense. By the way, Riley Gilton back on the floor. She has some cotton covering one of her nostrils, so perhaps a nosebleed. Riley back out there, not playing with one of those Phantom of the Opera-like masks. Here come the Lady Cavs. Amity fakes a pass, gives it to Riley Gilton. Now to Horning, long three, no good. Fight for the rebound. Schreier loses the handle. Boyum comes up with the loose ball, and there's a foul on Elena Dean for Hill City. St. Thomas More doing all the little things it takes to advance to the Sodak 16 tonight. Up by 26 over 9 and 12 Hill City. Lady Cavs have not allowed Hill City to score in the first 5 minutes of the second half. You rarely see this kind of airtight, lockdown, shut down, Katie bar the door defense at this time of the year, where an opponent can't even score in a game involving one of the final 32 teams still playing in South Dakota Girls A basketball. There's a deflection. The ball goes out of bounds. Lily Ham to inbound. So there's 2:38 to go in the third quarter. The question is, can St. Thomas More, with their suffocating defense, keep Hill City from scoring at all? Maybe not. Schreier gets a pass, puts up a shot, misses, gets her own rebound, and scores. Demi Schreier able to give Coach Eckert's Lady Rangers their first points of the second half. It's 38-14. Riley Gilton drives, skies, misses the shot. Rebound controlled by Macy Ham. Macy looking for help, guarded by Alexa Scheer. Finds Andy Franzen. Franzen up top to Lily Ham. Lily looking down low, pivots, fakes, finds Demi Schreier. Schreier to Ham. Ham drives, misses. There's a rebound to put back, and we have a travel before the shot. Macy Ham whistled for too many steps without a dribble or a shot. And with 1:46 to go in the third, it's 38-14, and the Lady Cavs get the ball back. Andy Franzen and Elena Dean check out momentarily for Hill City. Riley Gilton to Madison Boyum to Alexa Scheer. Her shot won't go. Rebound controlled by Lily Ham. Ham dribbles very well for a 6-foot freshman. She gets the ball to Demi Schreier. Schreier feeds up top to Daryl Franzen. Over it goes to Jalen Peters. Peters off balance shot won't go. Peters in for the first time tonight. Amity with the rebound. Amity, famous for her legendary court vision and her trademark headband. She's wearing the white headband tonight. Gives it to Riley Gilton. Gilton long three, no good. The ball skips out of bounds. And we're going to have an offensive foul call against STM. Check that. I think they're just going to call 5 seconds in the lane. Here we go. With the ball, it's Hill City. Running out of room is Daryl Franzen. It's taken away by St. Thomas More. Bounce pass. Amity to Gilton, who scores against the three-point play. What began as a very innocuous sequence ends in an old-fashioned three-point scoring opportunity for St. Thomas More, who now has a 40-14 lead. There's a missed free throw. Alexis Scheer comes down with a hustle, hard-fought crashing of the boards, rebound, and gets fouled on the way back up and will shoot two. Alexis Scheer to shoot once she is presented with the ball. Free throw by Scheer is good. That ball took its time to go down, but with its special homing device, it came through the basket. 41-14. Second free throw by Scheer is no good, but there's an offensive rebound by Riley Gilton, who loses the handle, and the ball goes back to Hill City. Hill City, a very young team, a team without a single senior in their starting lineup. Last year, Hill City eliminated St. Thomas More in the regional semifinals in a game we had for you at Coach Ginn's court down in Hill City. That team featured the legendary Maggie Taylor and Anna Dean. Here we go. Hill City with the ball. Driving, shooting in the lane. Missing is Macy Ham. Who's going to get the rebound? Rylan Horning gets it. Now they're going to say that Peters and Horning were tied up in the possession arrow with 3.2 seconds remaining in this fast-moving third period. Ball belongs to Hill City, who will trigger underneath the St. Thomas More basket. Amity gets the steal, commits a double dribble, and Hill City gets the ball back with half a second to go. 0.6 to be exact, or 006. If you're a 007 James Bond fan, I don't think we ever met 006 in any of those movies. Comes a long pass. Shot is away. It would have counted by Macy Ham, but it's no good. St. Thomas More fully in control going into the fourth and final quarter of this ball game. In a matchup of Black Hills Conference foes, it's St. Thomas More 41, Hill City 14. The Lady Cavs outscored Hill City 10-2 in the third quarter after outscoring Hill City 15-4 back in the second. The Lady Cavaliers have outscored Hill City 25-6 since the end of the first quarter. And this game was close once. It was 10-8 at one time, and I was thinking this game might go the distance. And then the Lady Cavs started to get some turnovers, and that's really where Hill City, as a young team, has struggled tonight, has simply been taking care of the basketball and protecting the basketball. Lady Cavs 8 minutes away from advancing to the SODAC 16. Wherever St. Thomas More goes in the SODAC 16, we will be there live, bringing you all the action here on the Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network. Anna Henry with the ball at midcourt. Feeds ahead to Sloan Kessler. Sloan to Rachel Hyde. To Sloan for three. No good. Rebound controlled by Elena Dean. Hill City with the ball and numbers. Dean to Macy Ham. Back it goes now to Naya Ginsbach. Ginsbach to Elena Dean. Back to Ginsbach. Up top to Lily Ham. Ham guarded by Rachel Hyde. Feeds over to Daryl Franzen. Now to Ginsbach. Back to Dean. Good motion offense here for Coach Eckert's Lady Rangers. Ball goes underneath, and there's a good post pass denial there by junior Rachel Hyde, who's had a very solid defensive outing as usual. Bryn Donnelly to Anna Henry. Henry to Shear, goes up and scores! Leighton Shear, who got the start tonight, makes it 43-14. St. Thomas More on the cusp of taking a 30-point lead, and there's another turnover by Hill City, and you wonder if the prospect of this perhaps being the end of a state tournament dream starting to seep into the thought process or consciousness of the Lady Rangers, who are down by 29. St. Thomas More with the ball, leading 43-14. Ball goes down low to Hyde, who goes up and gets fouled, and Rachel will shoot two. On the floor right now for St. Thomas More, it's Leighton Shear, Bryn Donnelly, Anna Henry, Sloan Kessler, and Rachel Hyde. Hyde at the line will shoot two for St. Thomas More. First free throw by Hyde is no good. Rachel, who rarely misses from the charity stripe, will shoot free throw number two in a moment. Second free throw is good by Rachel Hyde. 7 points for the Lady Cavs. It's 44-14. Lily Ham gives the ball to Daryl Franzen. Franzen passes to Andy Franzen. Now it goes over to Ham, who hits a three. Lily Ham knocks down the first three-pointer of the game for Hill City. It's 44-17. And there's a turnover by the Cavaliers. Here comes Hill City. Dean looking down low. Finds Franzen. She goes up, gets fouled by Anna Henry. And Daryl Franzen will step to the line with the clock stopped at 6:01 remaining in regulation time. And Hill City down by 27 at the moment. Free throw by Franzen is good. So glad you're with us tonight. Want to thank our camera operator, Regan Dewar, our technical director, Braden Strain. Second free throw by Franzen is good. And want to thank our friend Landon Wiley from Hill City for giving us some good insight and some really good advice to help our network along. And Landon does an excellent job, along with others, with all the broadcasts for all the Rangers fans. And if you're watching from Hill City, you know that. And if you're watching from around the conference, you know that too. 44-19. St. Thomas More on top by 25. Well, what a night it was on Monday. We celebrated Dan and Carrie Duffy and 21 years of Duffy basketball on senior night for Declan Duffy, and just can't say enough about the Duffys. What a wonderful family they are, and what a legacy of basketball greatness and memories and championships the Duffy family has brought to STM. We're back to action. Rachel Hyde to Bryn Donnelly. Over it goes to Rachel. Ahead to Layton, now to Brent. Scheer throwing across the way for Hyde, turns it over. Franzen gets fouled by a diving Anna Henry. Anna has been around the ball many times tonight. She picks up her second personal foul. Anna, only a junior. There's a lot of really good juniors on this STM team. Future very bright for the Lady Cavs. I'll add to that thought in a moment. Sloan Kessler feeds the ball ahead to Anna Henry, now to Sloan, over to Rachel Hyde. Hyde to Henry. Lady Cavs have really passed the ball well tonight. They are in late season form for Coach Candlein. And there's Leighton Scheer scoring on a bank shot. That's 8 points now for STM. It's 46-19. Elena Dean off balance. Keeps the possession going for Anna Eckert and this young Lady Rangers team that reached the regional semis without a single starter and their senior in their starting lineup. We've got a whistle and a stoppage in play. Elena Dean is fouled and will shoot two. 4:32 to go in this ball game. Free throw by Dean is good. Elena with her first point tonight. Nia Ginsbaugh will sub into the game. Checking out for Hill City is Macy Ham. Second free throw is perfect by Elena Dean. And now it's 46-21. Here come the Lady Cavs. Kessler ahead to Bryn Donnelly. Now to Sloan. Sloan working against Ham. Throws the ball ahead to Anna Henry. Henry drives, has her shot deflected by Ginsbach. It goes to Leighton Scheer, who puts it up and in. And Leighton Scheer becomes the first player in this game to hit double figures with 10 points. Lady Cavs about to have another line change for Coach Candlein. 5 for 5 about to check in. Lily Ham gives the ball to Dean. Over to back to Ham, who goes up, gets her own rebound on a missed shot. Finds Franzen and Sloan steals it. Here come the Lady Cavs. Sloan working down the floor against Dean. Gets a shot away, gets fouled. Sloan Kessler pushing the ball down the floor. Handling the tempo well. Great to see the contingent of Kessler fans in attendance smiling. It's been that kind of night. This is going to be Sloan Kessler's final home game here as she hits the free throw. What a legacy Sloan Kessler leaves. Sloan, a state champion performer who got a lot of playing time back in 2021, 2022, even hit a game winner in the first game of the year in Gillette in that last state championship, that 7th state championship season for STM Lady Cav basketball. And Sloan will check out with 3:20 to go with a running clock. And this might be the last time, folks, that we see the great Sloan Kessler on the floor here in Rapid City. The next game will be on a neutral court. And then the Lady Cavs hope it's a trip up the highway to Spearfish in 2 weeks. We've got a whistle, stoppage in play. Amity Strand to inbound the ball. 2:50 and counting. Strand to Boyum, who scores. Madison Boyum with her first field goal of the night, now with 3 points. Gives it 51, makes it 51-21. Now we've got a spirit chant going, a chant as old as the 40s. Long three is good by Daryl Franzen, and it's 51-24. Both student bodies saying they have spirit. How about you? I think it's a tie. I think Hill City and STM fans both have the most spirit. Long three is off the stanchion above the backboard is no good, and Riley Gilton gets taken down along with Rylan Hording. Everybody's all smiles. That was kind of crazy. Those Lady Cavs in the corner went down like a pair of Brunswick brand bowling pins. 51-24, 149 to go. Final ticks remaining here. Final 2 minutes of this game. St. Thomas More going to become 15-6 on the year. Hill City's season will end at 9-13. A bright future for Hill City, and a bright future and an immediate time, an opportunity for STM as Naya Ginsbach gets her first basket of the game. 51-26. Amity Strand passes right side to Rylan Hording, now to Amity to Scher. Minute 8 to go. Both teams about to get all their players on the floor at this next stoppage, and Riley drives, gets fouled by Jalen Peters, a 5'4" junior guard for Hill City. And going to the line is Riley Gilton. She will shoot too, and we're going to have a whole bunch of new players out there for the final minute. In fact, the clock right at 1 minute even. And here come a wave of reserves. A lot of new faces out there for the final 60 seconds. St. Thomas More headed to the SODAC 16. They got their first win of 5 games they need to win the title this year. With the ball, it's Hill City. Dribbling with it. And actually, we don't even have some of these numbers with us on the roster tonight, so forgive us for that. Ball passes down low. We've got a tie-up. And let's see, for St. Thomas More, it's freshman Ella Schreiber getting tied up. Here we go. Aspen Van gets the ball up top to Rarity Cornoyer, who turns it over. Clock in continuous motion, and this will do it. Caitlin Strain, the younger sister of our technical director, Braden Strain, will run out the clock, and the Lady Cavs win. 52-26. They double up Hill City and advance to the SODAC 16. And seniors Sloan Kessler, Riley Gilton, Alexa Scher, and Gretchen Henry, who finishes the game on the floor, can savor this moment. They win in their final game on their home floor here in the regional semifinals, and STM avenges last season's season-ending game against a veteran Maggie Taylor and Anna Dean-led Lady Rangers team this time a year ago. And it's time to celebrate, Lady Cavs fans. You're going to the SODAC 16 next Thursday, and we will be there. We will root for the best possible matchup. Again, if the Lady Cavaliers can get help from one of 7 underdog teams tonight, and the top 4 teams all take care of business, then St. Thomas More projects to take on a Mobridge Pollock team that lost big in the last week to Winter, a team that St. Thomas More was able to rally from behind and defeat about 3 weeks ago. St. Thomas More would love a game against Mobridge Pollock, a team that really struggled against Winter a couple of days ago. We will count up the scoring totals for both teams and pass them along for you. For the Lady Cavaliers, a total of 9 players reached the scoring column in this 26-point victory over Hill City tonight. Let's go ahead and count everything up, and here we go. We'll start with Hill City. They were led in scoring by outstanding freshman Lily Ham with 9 points. Daryl Franzen had 7 points for Hill City. Elena Dean had 3. Daryl Franzen, Andy Franzen, Macy Ham, and Nia Ginsbach each had 2 points each, and wish a very happy and successful offseason for Hill City. And Lady Rangers finish a respectable 9-13, and again, they didn't say goodbye to they don't say goodbye to a single senior who had playing time in this game. For St. Thomas More, 8, count them 8, Lady Cavs. Nope, check that, 9, count them 9, Lady Cavs get in the scoring column, and it was a great defensive effort. STM forcing about 30 turnovers in this lopsided victory. Lady Cavs led in scoring by sophomore Leighton Shearer, who got her first start in quite a while, if not all season. Anna Henry had 7 points in the victory. So did Rachel Hyde. Alexis Shear had 5 points. Senior Sloan Kessler, in her final home game in her legendary career, gets 6 points. Bryn Donnelly has 6 for St. Thomas More tonight. And it was Madison Boyum and Amity Strand each with 3 points each. The Lady Cavaliers get 9 players in scoring. The scoring column, it was balanced, it was complete, it was a thorough domination. Lady Cavs only gave up 6 points on defense in a half's worth of basketball between the start of the second period and the third period. The Lady Cavs got it done. They are through the regionals for the first time in 2 years, and they will head somewhere for the SODAC 16. We will find out when we scoreboard watch and wait for the brackets to come out tomorrow morning who we're playing and where we're headed. But it would certainly be high on the wish list for STM if they could get a game against Mobridge Pollock, who was blown out by Winter a couple of days ago. And of course, STM trailed 16-4 against Winter a couple of weeks back and rallied for a road win down in Tripp County. And so, you know, there's a lot of great teams out there, but if you're looking for a draw that's favorable, that's the game you want. You want to play Mobridge Pollock, who lost in double figures to Winter just a couple of days ago. St. Thomas More wins 52-26. They will advance and then wait to see what the SODAC 16 pairings look like. Will they be a 13 seed and perhaps play number 1 ranked and undefeated Makpialuta for a second time, the champions of the Black Hills Conference this year and the L&I tournament this season? Or will the Lady Cavs perhaps get to play Mobridge Pollock as a 12 seed? Maybe they'll face Wagner as a 11 seed. Those are the realistic possibilities for the draw in the SODAC 16. Our final score tonight on the Security First Bank Cavalier Sports Network from the Security First Bank Court of Champions. St. Thomas More 52, Hill City 26. For our technical director, Braden Strain, for Regan Dewar, this is Mike Fell saying thanks for watching and good night from Rapid City, South Dakota.